Consulting, also known as the greatest grift known to man, might finally be dying. For example, consulting giant Accenture lost half its stock value in 1 year. McKinsey, another big player, fired 4,000 people. These consulting idiots, who basically charge $5,000 an hour to give you copy-pasted generic advice, might finally have to pack up and go apply for unemployment benefits. That is wonderful news. Is this really happening? I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe. I hope so. A lot of things happened in the consulting industry in the last few years that made many of us believe AI came in and smashed a lot of their services. Many of us started to gain hope that we might finally live in a consultant-free world. It would have been sweet. But, as always, just like the sun rises over the hill, grifters find a new way to grift. It turns out the consultants are not going down without a fight. Consulting has always been a complete grift. What these bullsholes do all day is literally just telling you the most obvious ever. Stuff you're guaranteed to already know. And it bothers the living shit out of me. I hate them. Here, just look at Tony. Tony the consultant. He's a senior consultant here at Big Corp Incorporated. He charges Big Corp $4,000 an hour to do his thing. Okay, so as a consultant, what does he actually do that's so horrible? Where do I even begin? Tony's brilliant services include something like this. He'll run a competitor analysis. Oh, that sounds fancy. Bro, it's really just him screenshotting websites of competitors, making cool circles at important places. Another classic is hosting stakeholder interviews. And that is? A stakeholder interview is when he sits down with employees and asks them what be about the company. Then he goes to leadership and tells them the same thing. Couldn't leadership just have asked the employees themselves? Yes. There's no room for nuance or if or but. The answer's just yes. They could and should have. Another common grift is the benchmark report. It sounds fancy, doesn't it? Of course. Benchmark reports are basically just Tony glancing at whatever better companies are doing and telling Big Corp to copy it. Okay, that's something. It doesn't sound very substantive. Yeah, it's not. That's why it's a fucking grift. All of this is just common sense crap that he wraps into nice, cozy little PowerPoints and sprinkles some buzzwords on top. It makes everyone involved feel important. He's like, after careful review, I've realized you guys at Big Corp need to apply my unique framework. It's going to solve all your issues. That sounds fantastic. I call the framework IRRE. Whoa, an abbreviation. That must mean it's profound. Precisely. It stands for increase revenue, reduce expenses. It's the core idea of my philosophy. Sure, so how do we do that? Well, I like to kind of, conceptualize it like this. If you reduce your expenses by only 1% every single day, by day 100, you will have reduced your expenses by 100%. There will be no expenses left. 1%. That's all it takes, folks. 1%. Whoa, just whoa. You should write a book. I did. It's a children's book, but still a book. Somebody give this man a Nobel Prize. The problem with consultants is that they never actually have to be responsible for anything. That's what bothers me about them. Everything sounds simple when you have some distance to it. You're a fat. Just work out. What's difficult is always the details, and that's the problem. Consultants never have to bother about the dirty little details. They just sit at their comfy desks and conceptualize solutions. Listen, our uniquely developed REIR framework has helped thousands of businesses go from having a lot of expenses and little revenue to having reduced expenses and increased revenue. I thought it was the IRRE framework. Right. Ugh, I swear to God, the only reason consulting is even a thing is just to make executives feel important. We have consultants. Sounds all fancy, Nancy. It's also a great way to buy cover for your incompetent ass. If you've paid sleek consultants to tell you that an apple is an apple, they have someone to blame when you end up with a pear. It's always been one big sham. Is it, wait, I forgot what I was going to say. And the sham worked. It worked. For decades, the Tonys of the world made big bucks doing this. Companies like McKinsey and Bain built empires telling executives to increase revenue and reduce expenses. They succeeded at making idiots feel less like idiots. But thanks to Jesus Christ himself, this might be changing. It is? Well, it did look that way. Let me get the fuckers into why. In 2022, ChatGPT entered the chat. Most of the bull Tony does quickly became irrelevant. It did? Yeah, dude.